I want to
Pretty good
redo
to
my.
go.
So this one time in band
Yeah. No. Go ahead and tell me the story. I would love to hear
Yeah,
it.
keep it going.
shoved a flute up my ass.
And how did that make you feel?
Really good.
I feel
That's
like
not that's too blunt.
You know what? Your mom's too blunt. You know who's not too blunt? Jimmy's mom.
I don't know how
Mimi's
to fucking like
mom.
respond to that.
All right, we need to stop with the Jimmy's mom stuff.
No,
So did
I'm
any of
about
you
to get a
guys?
cease and desist in the mail.
Jimmy's mom's all right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. If you just start going around making like I don't know, like you could definitely be like one of those people that just makes stupid shit post videos and like thrives, but instead it's just you, just going to random people and just doing the Carl Weezer voice. You're so good at it.
Oh yeah.
Just be Carl Weezer food reviews.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Weezer.
you could just go buy food and then sit down and eat it like a mukbang style almost, but like you're giving out reviews and it's just in Carl Weezer's voice.
Yeah, bro, I'm already fat. Leave me alone.
Relax,
okay,
Jackson.
Relaxing Jackson.
Now I
Yeah,
gotta
just
kill
got a Snapchat from ESPN.
Relaxing Jackson is the
We love ESPN.
when I went to basic training, when I was in the military, the base I went to was Jackson over in South Carolina, I believe it was.
Fort Jackson?
You were here?
Yeah, Fort
Yeah.
Jackson. Yeah.
How did you like South Carolina?
I didn't see much of it except the base.
I mean, but you have the ability to leave.
We did at the end of basic training when we were
I
Danny
didn't-
came in and shit.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Yeah, it was all right. But they
I don't
call
blame
it
you if you hated it.
they call it Relaxing Jackson because supposedly I don't know how it is now. This was 10 years ago. Well, 14 years ago. But they call it Relaxing Jackson because the basic training is the most quote unquote relaxed one out of most other bases.
How was basic
It's-
training? Like, was there like something super hard that like stood out to you that you just never want to? I mean, obviously, all of it you probably never want to do again. But like, what was like the worst thing that everyone dreaded?
I don't know. Well, I can't say PT because I was a fat ass. So, I mean, that was my dread. That was anybody else's dread. But there was nothing really to dread. I mean, there was obstacle courses. Okay, yeah, there is one.
And what is that?
The gas chamber.
A gas chamber.
Ooh, I could definitely say the gas chamber would be
I mean,
bad.
don't get me wrong, that kind of is self-explanatory, but like, they're still What?
Oh, yeah.
They still do that.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
they
I
still
don't
do
think
that
my brother went through that. My brother's been in it for like 4 or 5 years now. I don't know though. He went to one of the
Hell,
hardest.
I did it again. Hell, I did it again when I was at Fort Hood, Texas, at my duty station. But that was before we went. That was before we were supposedly trying to go to. We were going to go to Syria. It was like 2013 when that shit was going on. But no, basically you go in, you take your mask. Well, you unpeel it a little bit. They tell you to unpeel it. Then you take it off, and your face is gone. Not bad, but your face is just draining everything. It holds dear to itself.
But
So
yeah,
it's
no, that's weird that they made you guys still go through the gas chamber stuff.
No, but that's in the basic training. That's just the normal training they have us do. But again, I don't know what they do now. I started the military from 2011 to 14. That was, at this point, it was 14, 13, 14 years ago.
2014 was 11 years ago.
2011.
Oh.
2011 was when I started.
I was in there, I was like, the math's not mathing. What's
No,
the point in training like that, though? Because, like, obviously, if you're going in a real gas chamber, like, you're, like, taken in, you're not going to wear a mask. I don't understand it.
We went in, we had our gas mask on. We went in.
Yes.
They went through each of us. We unpeeled it a little bit, peeled it back on to get us used to it. And then all together, the drill sergeant would stand there and say, okay, take your mask off. Then we were standing there for like 5-10 seconds. And then we would get out the door and wave our arms and wave our uniforms and shit and get all the crap off of us and shit.
So it literally was just in case if you were to like get captured or some shit, you would somewhat have a
Something about
chance
it was
of
chemical
survival.
warfare is what. Yeah, to me, I'm guessing it was just because of chemical warfare. That was the only reason why they trained people like that.
I'm genuinely curious if they still do that now. I'll have to ask my brother since he's actively in the military and he's been in it for about 5 years or so. He should have some kind of viewpoint on it. I'm like curious if they still do that because I think a lot of people have stayed away from chemical warfare now because, like, I think I could be wrong on this, but if they keep doing it, it's going to have like really disastrous effects on the Earth and humans, right?
Who knows? Probably. All I know is that, well, I don't even know what they do anymore. I mean, that was years ago. All I know is a lot of stuff has gotten softer, but that's just what I've heard over the internet.
Oh, it most definitely has gotten softer. My dad wanted to go into the military when he was younger, but when he was a baby, his foot had gotten burned. And so he had to have a skin graft on his foot. So, anyways, when he was an adult and he tried to go into the military, they wouldn't let him in because I guess it was a previous injury. So, even though it didn't affect him, it was something that happened when he was a baby and it just basically was just a burn mark on his foot. They didn't let him in due to that. Nowadays, they
damn.
don't give a shit. My brother was like blind in half of his eye and had some other issues, and he was able to get in just fine. They don't care about that anymore. They're just desperate.
Nowadays they don't care because they're trying to get people in.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense why a lot of people aren't signing up, to be fair. I mean, the pay is really great, but
No, it ain't. Well, it depends on what rank you're at, but it depends.
it depends on a lot of stuff, but you know,
Yeah,
you get
it
great
there's
benefits
different
and shit like
factors.
that. Yeah, like you get great benefits. A lot of jobs can't beat that. And it's kind of just like an easy thing. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy by any means, but it's something like if you don't know what you want to do and you need to go figure out something short term or, you know, for a couple of years, you can kind of just go and do it. Have college paid for.
I did that and I still didn't know what I want to do for a long time.
Yeah, but like it covered your college.
I
Like that.
mean-
It's really just a desirable thing for that and that only at this point. A lot of the American pride that used to be there, or like even just fighting for your country pride that used to be a thing, it's not really prevalent anymore nowadays, I feel like.
No, because everything's getting mixed. Everything's getting mixed signals. That's the best I can put it.
Yeah, everything's
Mixed up.
wonky. America, well, I wouldn't say we're living the dream, but we're somewhat close to it, right?
I guess.
I guess it's all about perspective, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
we say it's
guess.
perspective, I'm happy that we have the privileges we do, but you know, not every country you have the freedom to do stuff. But at the same time, when TikTok got banned yesterday, so like that's something that's really upset a lot of people. I didn't really care. I really did not care.
I just
No.
I feel
really
like it
want
was
to
all
make
a
chess
scheme,
videos.
if I'm being honest, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Wait, okay, so
Yeah,
Jackson,
ooh.
say what you were saying.
Oh, I was gonna say just now that Noah's trying to get political.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna stay away from that.
I don't get
But,
any political views on. I don't watch TikTok, so I guess I'm not one to say. Sorry, Jackson. Continue.
No, but I was gonna say I just really like TikTok because I like those like chess musical things that people were doing. Like it was really cool.
The what musical thing?
I don't think I've ever
No,
seen
like,
a
this
chess musical
person-
trend.
No, like this person made like a song out of like certain gambit moves in chess.
Oh, I watched
Oh.
Markiplier watching a video of that.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's one of them.
I watched him watching a video of him. I'm watching a video of him.
Basically, I didn't try to watch I don't. Okay, so I'm not subscribed to Markiplier, but like he released this video the other day about how he was like helping his neighbors out through the fires and stuff like that. Like his house didn't get damaged. He was lucky, but like a lot of people weren't. And so anyways, he said he was like helping his neighbors, like saw down trees and stuff like that, like fixing up stuff. So I watched it because I was just curious because I'm not subscribed to him. And so then since then I've just been getting recommended videos of his, and so then I clicked on it and it was like him just watching all the TikToks he's like ever liked, and that one was like the third one or something like that in the video.
Hmm.
He's a pretty cool guy. I like him. I'm still not subscribed to him. I probably will end up subscribing to him. I like him though. He's cool.
I don't watch many of the bigger YouTuber people's society stuff.
So I was gonna say, I wish that more people that are watching YouTube videos and stuff like that would give more chances to smaller YouTubers. A lot of people only watch bigger YouTubers now because they're familiar with it, whereas YouTube used to be a platform where anyone big or small could kind of somewhat get in and meet new people. Now it's just, oh, well, this person's big, I'm gonna watch them only, instead of messing with the small people like us.
That is very true.
Yeah.
But you also see like too a lot of there's also a lot of like, I wouldn't say bigger, but like depending on what you count it, like what would you say is big in your guys' eyes for a big YouTuber?
Say like 1 million.
Do you think so?
A million
I
at
mean,
least?
I would say 200,000 would be what I consider big enough. That's a career right there. Even 100,000 is kind of
That's
a career.
That's not what I was expecting to hear, to be honest.
Really?
The
That's
career,
like I would be
Oh,
so
17
happy
million.
for life.
the career part, I guess, it means I guess if you're having income coming from YouTube with 200,000, I guess. But
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
if it's income thriving.
I'm still not clear. I'm still not clear in my head about how that whole thing works. To be
What do you
honest,
mean?
the whole income thing with YouTube, like, I mean, I've heard so many things about,
there's
like,
a lot
yeah,
of things that goes with
once
it.
you start getting certain views and you start making consistent videos and all that, they start sending you a check and all that. I'm not really clear on how all that works.
There's a
I
lot
mean,
that
I've
goes
never
into
looked
it.
into it.
There's
I've never
like
looked
ad
into it.
revenue,
Yeah.
of course, like length, views count, watch time counts towards it in a way. Of course, the longer the
Yeah.
video, the more ads that you can also stick onto it too, which will increase the amount that you make. It all just
People continue money.
works in a harmony kind of way, like it all works together in some way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
You know what pisses me off?
What
Everything.
pisses you off?
There's a lot of stuff that pisses me off, but something that I was watching Moist Critical
Oh,
recently.
I know what
and,
pisses you off.
there's a lot
Oh,
of stuff
yeah.
that pisses me off.
All right,
But,
Taylor, calm down. Taylor, calm down.
So I was
Exactly.
watching Moist Critical recently. I was watching Charlie, and anyways, he was going over this like shitty pranker, like, prankster YouTuber, or like I guess he might have just did TikToks only. But anyways, this like YouTuber, there's whatever he was, this piece of shit prankster who was going around like harassing people. It wasn't like funny haha pranks. It was terrible, like you suck, you're a piece of shit kind of prank. Anyways, yeah, guy was like, he got arrested for the shit he was doing. I
Damn.
forgot what the guy was doing, but he got arrested, which he should have because he was being a piece of shit. But anyways, he was on
Damn.
his TikTok, like I think it was TikTok, bragging about how much money he made actively a month just for making these videos of him like terrorizing people, like committing crimes and terrorizing people. And dude was making like 6 or 7 grand a month just off of these shitty little prank videos that he was doing where he was like, I wish I could remember what he was doing, but he got arrested for whatever he was doing. He was full on just committing full crimes. But like, people like that thrive on these platforms and make like a killing a month with ad revenue and shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah. So like, if you want a fast way to the fame, you can just commit crimes. Apparently,
Be a criminal.
just be a criminal.
No,
Yeah,
that's as old as time itself.
Yeah, I don't get the appeal in it, to be honest, but there's a lot of people who love people just being terrible human beings. I don't get it. I would assume if you enjoy watching shitty human beings, you probably are a shitty human being, but who am I to say,
It's probably the whole aspect of like they can't do it, so they watch other people do it.
You think so? Because like, I don't
Yeah.
think I personally would like enjoy watching someone like mug someone. I don't think I would. Like, I mean, maybe it's because I don't have a desire to mug someone, but I guess that goes back to like, I guess sexual crimes. Like, you can any sexual crime that you want to commit, there's a video for it, and yet they still do it.
Yeah.
So I guess
mean,
that there's two sides of that. That could make sense.
There's always two faces on a coin.
It's also what do you call it? Thrill, stamina, cortisol. I don't fucking. It's something to do with getting a thrill from watching somebody else. It's like a fake. It's like a false thrill or something. There's a phrase for it. I just can't think of it.
I feel like with the sexual stuff, that's just called being horny and a loser. But you know, there's that too.
I'm talking about crime. I'm talking about crime.
I'm sitting here like talking about people like committing like sexual stuff that's illegal, but
I'm talking
we're
about crimes,
close enough.
not,
It's still crime.
Yeah, I'm talking about specific crimes, not
Not
what you think I
not
was
the R
talking
word.
about earlier. No,
Not the R word.
no,
No, there's weird. It's I don't know. There's weird stuff. People are weird, but yeah, no. I mean, it goes to show that you can definitely thrive no matter what form of content you're in. More so some than others, but yeah, no, it's definitely a thing. So
yeah, but that don't mean you're gonna last.
no, that doesn't mean you're gonna last at all. I mean, the chances of someone actually turning it into a career nowadays, it's very, very hard unless you're, I don't know, you have to have something that stands out about you. That's like Queso. Queso, from my understanding, he wasn't really that well known. He's been doing it for a hot minute, but
He was
grew because of
he was a
TikTok.
2K YouTuber.
Yeah, he
was?
didn't even really grow until
Yeah.
recently, and it was from
That's
TikTok.
why he started off.
I do
So,
not
I
know
mean,
who
yeah.
this queso is.
Queso is funny.
He's funny as
He's funny, but he wasn't funny enough to be thriving until recently. He just blew up out of nowhere. Well, he was still funny, but you know what I'm saying. Like people, that goes back to people not giving. If they're not big, a lot of people won't give them a chance, which is kind of sad because used to the way things were, it was, you know, whatever, whenever, no matter how many subs you had, no matter how many views you have, if it seemed interesting enough, you would click on the video and watch it. It's not like that anymore. It's so saturated. It's heavily saturated, or at least YouTube is. Wow, I really can't speak. That goes back to that the webs are coming. No, that goes back to when I was streaming on Twitch. I was actively getting a paycheck monthly. It was only like $100, $200 a month, but like I was actively
that's
getting
still good
paid
money,
for
honestly.
streaming. Yeah, and so I want to start back streaming, but I just haven't yet. But like I want to. That way I could start getting some more funds in. That way I could start doing more stuff with the channel. But yeah, no, it's definitely probably easier to become a streamer or something like that, or just even like a TikToker, which is why so many people are shitting their pants about the ban. It's a lot easier to become a TikToker than it is to become a YouTuber. It's a lot easier to become really anything on any platform besides a YouTuber.
I remember yesterday before the ban, I was scrolling on TikTok at work, and this dude, he made a video, and he was like, "Hey guys, I just quit my job to become a full-time TikToker. You know, put all my life savings in here and everything. So I'm just hoping that you guys support me and that everything's just perfectly fine, right?" And that was like maybe like 30 minutes before the ban. Whatever.
Well,
I thought it was
you
funny.
should never put all of your eggs in one basket. And that's a prime example of that. You should never put your eggs in one basket. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you're a really popular TikToker, I would hope that you would also have, a Facebook account, a YouTube account. You would have an Instagram account. You would have some other form of contact to the world besides just TikToks. Because when you solely base your, I guess your product, even though you are the product, when you solely base your product on one platform and something like that happens, then you're just shit out of luck, you know?
Yeah,
no
basically.
notoriety.
Yeah. And so it's definitely good to hop different platforms, which is why, like, for me, like, granted, I'm not any kind of big YouTuber or anything like that. Obviously, I'm the first thing from that. But I like try to post on all the social media platforms, and I will say TikTok and YouTube Shorts are where like the clips that I do post get the most views. I mean, sometimes YouTube Shorts will get like 5,000 views in like 30 minutes, and TikTok typically within an hour it'll have like 800 views. But Instagram, I post something on Instagram and I'll be lucky to get a view in a day. Like some of my Instagram reels that I posted, they've maybe have gotten, I don't know,
Very hit or miss.
five views. There was only one Instagram reel that I've ever posted it, and it blew up, and it still was only like 8,000 views. And that was because it somehow was good enough to be posted on Facebook. Like Instagram decided like, oh, it's cool to be on Facebook as well. So it got shared to Facebook. So I don't know what happened with that. I always tried to share Instagram stuff onto Facebook, but it never works besides that one video that worked. But it's really hard to grow on certain platforms.
Indeed.
Just a long-term grind, really. Because a lot of these people, it'll take years and years before, like, an actual big bump or big push comes through.
Like
where it
years and
actually makes it worth
years.
it. Oh yeah,
Sometimes.
dude.
Sometimes it's instant, but most of the time, in general cases, it's years unless you have like some kind of like massive YouTuber or like streamer that comes across you perchance, which has happened. It
You
is
can't just
possible.
say perchance.
What do you mean I can't just say perchance?
You can't just say perchance.
On the perchance that I can't say perchance, could you explain to me why I can't say perchance?
If you don't stop saying perchance.
What you gonna do?
I don't know.
Have you guys never seen that?
No.
Say what?
What are
No?
you talking
That's
about?
like,
Is it like
it's
a
from a
meme?
video. Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen every video in the world. You have to elaborate.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I was just asking if you've seen it before.
Are you basing this on the perchance that I've seen this video?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, fortunately, I have not.
No. Okay, hang on. Just keep talking and I'll find it.
Well, see,
Actually,
now
like,
I have
super
nothing to
fucking
talk
funny.
about while I'm waiting for the video.
You can't just say, keep talking.
You can't tell me to keep talking when I'm in anticipation for this perchance video.
Okay. Okay. Okay, hang on.
He's laughing at it.
The full essay, okay? This is the full essay. Okay. Mario, the idea versus Mario the man. Everyone knows Mario is cool as
Oh my gosh, I've seen that shit.
and then the teacher circled horrible opening. Okay. But who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles? The teacher wrote to save the princess. Also gross. Then he said, and why do we think of him? Or
Hold
why do
on,
we
you
think
gotta-
about him as
Can you
fond?
stream? Can you stream this? I'm curious.
He's
what you're
reading an
looking at.
essay. He's reading an essay.
Oh,
Yeah, so he's reading an essay that a teacher has graded, and the teacher is marked like stupid shit. So yeah, this kid's just like, Mario's awesome as and he crushes turtles, and she's like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, it's better if I just like
Oh,
play it
yeah,
because
yeah,
the dude
yeah.
like talks about it.
Yeah, just play
Oh,
it,
yeah,
just play it, so we
true.
can hear it.
Everyone knows.
God.
Cool. Horrible opening. But who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles?
He can't stop laughing.
It's pretty
And
funny.
why do we think about him as fondly as we think of the mythic
This dude sounds like Jackson.
Dr. Pepper? Question marks.
Dr.
Perchance.
Pepper.
You can't just say perchance.
You can't just say bridge.
I believe it was Kant who said experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. Mario uses it as experience by crushing turrets.
All day.
Stop. but exhibits theory by saying, "Let's it go." Keep it up.
Keep it up, baby.
When Mario leaves his place of safety to stop a turret.
He can't even read this without bursting.
It's really funny though.
Okay. He dies.
It continues. It's so good. It keeps going.
Purchase lives with his money. A life becomes a mere store of value, a tax that can be paid for much as a rich man feels any law without finance a price. We think of Mario as a hero, but he is simply a 1% the more privileged variety of the life
Jesus.
Oh, I've seen that video a few times. I can't believe I didn't
Oh
catch
my
on you. That
God.
shit's hilarious.
I love that video so much. Have you seen the patch notes for The Sims 3, bro?
Why do you have so many tabs open?
Don't worry about my tabs, all right?
What's the patch notes about?
Dude, the patch notes is so funny.
All right, let's check the patch notes for The Sims 3. Kleptomaniac Sims can no longer steal subway stations from lots. Sims can no longer woohoo in the elevator with a Sim who is on a different floor. The Grim Reaper will no longer be prevented from reaping souls due to band affiliation. Fixed tuning issues so that Sims now vomit at acceptable levels. It is no longer possible to try for baby
With the Grim Reaper.
become enemies with child wish
No longer
appears.
appears.
That's
Sims
great,
who are
that's great.
on fire will no longer be forced to attend graduation before they can put themselves out.
What?
Pregnant Sims can no longer brawl.
Brawl.
Baby Sims will no longer become stuck on a Sim's hand while driving a car. Sims will no longer
the
receive a
fuck?
wish to skinny dip with mummies.
Mummies.
A meteor can hit a building, which case everyone will run out before the collision. Those who do not exit the building will die. Sims automatically leave if a meteor is approaching, unless it is a school in which children are not
I'm not allowed to leave. I'll always die.
Always die.
God, holy crap.
I haven't seen
That
that
is-
video. Oh,
Some of these are
that's
old.
that's
aren't they?
great. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
dude, these
oh my gosh, yeah, but no, my eyes are watering from that shit. That's Oh yeah, I forgot how
I
good some
love
of
the
those videos
Sims
were.
notes, bro. The Sims patch notes is the best.
I've never played The Sims.
And then the Mario, bro.
Me neither. Yeah, me
It
neither.
just say perchance.
I mean, I think The Sims looks like a really good game, and I feel like one day I'll try it out. But like for now, I haven't tried it. It's gonna be a long time till I ever touch The Sims, but one day I have plans to, I guess. So,
Good
anyways, I
gracious.
like went to Starbucks the other day, and I've only okay. Let me rephrase that. I went to Starbucks for the first time on my own accord yesterday. And so
Damn.
I am one of those people who has never been to Starbucks willingly. And the reason why I haven't been to Starbucks isn't some kind of like crazy like reason or anything like that. I'm one of those coffee gurus where I prefer to make it my own self because I do a better job and it's a lot more inexpensive to do so.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was given a gift card to Starbucks for Christmas and first time ever in a Starbucks. I've only ever been one other time, and that was because my friend wanted to go, and I did not buy anything. So first time ever going, and like it's raining, it's freezing. I had fell and slipped in some mud because one of the open houses I was at, the owner for some reason decided he wanted to rip out the driveway last minute, and so I had to track uphill in freezing rain and muddy driveway because the driveway was gone, which obviously wouldn't have done that had I known. But anyways, I was already like, man, I'm tired of this shit, Grandpa. And so, anyways, I pulled up into Starbucks and I'm sitting there. It's raining, and this lady's like, "Welcome to Starbucks," and I'm like, oh, okay, this is way too much energy. And so, anyways, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the menu, and I'm like, all right, can I have this sandwich? She's like, "I'm so sorry, my dear friend, but we do not have that in stock right now." I'm sitting there, I'm like, why would you say it to me in such a happy voice? Like, that's not making me feel any better. I'm like, okay. Then I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, give me a second to think. She's over there, she's like, now I asked for a sandwich. She's like, would you like this custard Danish? I'm like, no. What about this muffin? I'm sitting there, I'm like, no. And then I'm sitting there, she's just spewing off shit at this point. I'm just not even listening to her, and I'm looking, and I'm like, all right, what about this ham and cheese and pesto sandwich? It was something like that. And she's like, there's a pause, and she's like, give me 1 second. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, God. And she's like, somehow I just magically found one of these tomato, like the first sandwich I asked for. She's like, we actually have one in stock. Would you like that? I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I want that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, this lady is doing a fantabulous job. Like, she's really enjoying her life. Like, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Like, she was having the best day of her life. I swear. It was like, I'm sitting there, I'm pulling up the window, I'm handing her my money, and she looked like no forgiven. You literally could see it on her face. She's like, oh my God, I do not want to be here. Like, I hate this place. Like, you could just see it in her face. But, like, her voice said otherwise. I'm sitting there, I'm like, this lady is a pro. Like, I don't know if all Starbucks are like that, but yeah, that's my first experience ever going to Starbucks. Will I ever go back again? No, because let me go ahead and tell you, that matcha latte was disgusting. But the sandwich is great.
Yeah, it sounded like you walked into a building cosplaying as Starbucks employees.
I mean, I've been a barista before. Now, granted, this was at a breakfast place. I also worked at the bar, so like I managed both the bar and the barista station. And
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's really, really fun to a degree. But like I just can't see working at Starbucks being enjoyable. And that's only because from the horror stories I've seen online, of course, about how shitty people are. But like I guess everywhere is like that, but apparently coffee shops are like the worst. So,
I've been to-
Get my copy first.
I've been
yeah,
to a
like,
couple. I've been to a couple of them. I go sometimes, and it's not
I'm
bad.
not me without my coffee.
But yeah,
do all the employees have that much energy, or do you think it was just that one lady?
no,
Are they like,
Oh, gosh.
no, you're
no, they're
just
not made
special.
to be like
and
really
the one
happy?
no, the one you walked in, they're special.
I mean, the lady, she did a damn good job. And I will say,
I
though, like,
mean-
it was good hearing her voice, but then I got back to how to pay. And anyways, I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, here's my gift card. And there was like $2 extra that I needed to pay on my regular card. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, she's holding it. I can't see the screen really. It's like black because it's just the angle is at. And I'm sitting here, I'm like I'm like slapping my card against it. I'm like, is this tap not working? She's like, this is when her voice changed. She's like, it's asking you a question. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, well, what is it asking me? And it says tip. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, no wonder her voice changed. She thought I was trying to bypass the tip part. Like, she went real under real fast. That lady was really wanting
That's
that
'cause
tip
she was
right there. She got one, but like, still.
That's because she was playing it up. That's what it sounds like.
Excuse me, but I would like to request a $20% tip for microwaving your sandwich.
I would like to
That's what
request
I'm.
the $20 tip. Thank you.
That's kind
$20
of what
tip
threw me off.
for
That threw me
microwave
off.
sandwich.
Yeah, that threw me off because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh well, the prices tell me that like for $7 for a little tiny sandwich, I'm like, the prices tell me that you should be like making these daily or like getting these delivered in daily, or I don't know how that works, but the fact that it was like pre-made, it was just probably lying on the floor somewhere, like they just happened to find it like hidden behind like a stack of those custard danishes or something like that, and they just
I
pulled it
just
out. They're
happened to
like,
find it.
we can microwave this. Like I don't know how they store it. I can imagine she walked in the walk-in. If there is a walk-in, I don't know if Starbucks had to walk in. She looked around and she's like, all right, we got the ham and the cheeses, we got the grilled cheeses over here, we got this, we got that, we got the danishes and the muffins, and then she just happened to find like I don't know why, but my mindset went to like she found this one like tomato pesto sandwich wrapped up like on the floor in the bottom of the walk-in, like somehow she just walked across it and found it, and then I ate it. It was good. But like I wonder where the sandwich came from. I wonder how old it was.
It was good.
It was
Sandwich
good.
came from the sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, it was
sandwich.
good. I did look for mold because I like I said, I don't know why, but when she's like, we magically found a sandwich, I'm sitting there thinking she like pulled it off the floor. Like I don't know. It just
That's not something you want.
popped
That's
up
not something you
somewhere.
want to hear.
Yeah.
Well, she obviously didn't say I
pulled.
pulled it off. Yeah, but she's just like, we found a sandwich. I'm sitting there like, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, I had one left. You want the very last one? Even though she had already told me we were out, she's like, I'm thinking maybe if that wasn't the case, maybe it was like a tactic to get me, like, to get herself a higher tip. Be like, hey, yeah, we don't have this. And then make me go through the efforts of finding something else just to be like, never mind, I especially went in there and found
I
you a
did this one
sandwich.
special thing for you.
Yeah, like, I don't know if it was like I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe she was a tactician. Like, maybe the
God
barista
forbid
had
you
other
do your
plans.
job.
I
Like,
rubbed it for you.
She did a good job. I mean, like I said, there was that one tone shift when the tip was mentioned up, and I obviously didn't know it was going to ask me for a tip because it's kind of weird. But
at least she ain't acting like a Chick-fil-A employee saying, "Oh, that's my pleasure." No, my pleasure. No, my pleasure.
see,
Yeah,
I don't.
but like they're just trying to do that.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I don't
know.
see. I don't eat fast food. I don't really
love
eat fast food.
Chick-fil-A.
I get fast food a couple of times a year. So I don't go to any of these places very often. Like I said, that was my first time ever going to Starbucks on my own accord. But Chick-fil-A, I've never had a bad experience at Chick-fil-A, I don't think. Besides one time I ordered, like, I was having a bad day and I ordered a chicken sandwich and the ice stream, and the guy's like, we're making very healthy choices, aren't we? I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro. Like, bro.
Kill yourself.
Damn.
It was a joke, but I'm sitting there, I was like,
Someone called you the out.
yeah, like fat Americans,
Put it
fat
down.
Americans.
Well, we are making some healthy choices now, aren't we, today?
Like, all I can imagine in my mind was like fat Americans. I don't know. Have you guys ever had any like,
Hans, look at this Fraulein.
if you guys have any wonky like
Yes.
fast food stories?
No,
I
not the
can't
top of
think
my
anything
head.
bad. Or like even
Alright,
remotely interesting. It's just kind
I
of
Actually,
I don't usually show my ass off to get really reactions in the fast food restaurant.
yo, I got you. I got one. So,
Of course you do.
I was heading home from work. All right. And I hopped in this call with a couple of my friends. And
Oh
they
my
wanted me to,
god,
like,
you're what the f- hell? All right, so
This
for
guy.
anyone watching, and I'll play the clip because I recorded part of it. For anyone watching or listening, rather, I'll play part of the clip here. But we hopped in a call with him while we were waiting for him, and he went to Taco Bell, and he pretended to be Carl Weezer when he was ordering. That was about it.
yeah, man.
It was funny.
I ordered a chicken quesadilla and what else did I order? A bottle of water.
You
cheesy
had a
roll-up.
cheesy roll up.
Get a
Yeah, I
cheesy
specifically remember the
roll-up.
cheesy roll up.
Whatever the hell a cheesy roll up is.
I'm
I
assuming it's
grew
just a
up on
taco
cheesy
shell
roll-ups.
with cheese in it, right? Like it's just like a
Yeah.
tortilla with it's just a
Yeah.
tortilla with
I
melted.
don't know.
It's like
I
a
don't know.
taquito.
those soft tacos where it's at though.
I
Bro.
don't go Taco Bell often.
Bro, that was my poverty food. Okay.
Your poverty food.
Bro,
Yes.
hell yeah, dude, it's so
Like-
cheap.
Like, it's so cheap. And plus you can make it at home. Like, I didn't have the ingredients here, so that's why I got it at Taco Bell. But all you gotta do is just put cheese in a tortilla and boom. Just microwave it. There you go.
Just a cheese
Okay, but have
quesadilla.
you ever had like the low of the low meals? Like you're broke, you're dead broke, you have no money, but you had to eat, right? Like
Ramen.
absolute like besides like ramen, which ramen's
I
like a very
ate
like because it's like 40 cents.
um
Lowest of the
what are
lows.
they called? The sausages. What is it called?
Vienna?
Vienna?
Yeah, the Vienna sausages. I ate that like out of the can.
Okay, I'm
Barbecue.
confused. Is it Vienna or Vienna?
think
Because
so.
I was told.
Vienna.
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 See, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
grew up and everyone called them
You grew up
Vienna.
wrong.
Vienna.
No, it was always everyone down here calls them Vienna.
I've never
No,
heard. I've never
you're
heard
wrong.
that. You're
Yeah.
you're drunk.
I'm
Is that
drunk.
what you said? Is that what you said, Jackson?
What?
What'd you say?
I said she grew up wrong.
Oh, I thought you
I
said
grew
she's
up
drunk.
wrong.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, I grew up in
Yep,
I grew
drunk.
up in the deep south in the country. And they called them Vienna. I've always
Yeah.
ever called them Vienna. Now I do switch between both now that I know both names, but
Depends on who you're talking to.
what? So you just like ate
Basically.
those for like a straight week?
Pretty much. That and whenever I was in elementary school, we ended up selling our house, and my mom didn't want to take us out of school just yet, and we were moving to Springfield, which is like an hour away. So we ended up living in a hotel for 3 months until school was done, and I think all we had was noodles and bologna sandwiches for that 3 months.
No, there's
And
no
it
complimentary
was,
breakfast.
I mean, there was like that's why we went in and got breakfast every morning. But what's it called? It just got super repetitive. That's why I can't eat bologna anymore. Just because that shit.
I get the same way. If I keep eating some over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, I get tired of it.
Mm-hmm. Except for ramen, dude. Ramen, I can eat that shit like daily.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could decorate ramen with so much shit.
Exactly. You know, like you can always just change it.
Hot sauce.
I like
Love
a
that
good
hot
egg.
sauce.
A good egg.
I put
boiled egg.
I use the chicken one, and then I put like you said, Taylor, an egg. But I also do a thing of cheese and paprika.
Are you guys like buying the nice ramen though, like actual like ramen noodles,
No.
or are you guys buying like that shitty like 50-cent stuff from Maruchan from the store?
Well, I get that just because, but if I'm going out and actually getting a ramen bowl, I'm getting a Nissan hot and spicy chicken ramen bowl every time.
Nissan hugs.
It's
Wait,
so
where do you
good.
get your
It's what I
ramen
eat for
at?
lunch every day. It's literally anywhere. You can find that anywhere.
Oh well, the place I get my ramen doesn't have that.
You guys can find a noodle
I'm looking hard enough. I promise. If you,
Oh,
it's the best one. It's not really that spicy either, so you won't have to be worried. Just don't get the beef. If you get anything more than the chicken, it's actually like
Yeah, dude. Full
calm
beef.
down. Either that or I would maybe try buldak. Buldak noodles are
I've
decent.
never
They're spicy.
I've never heard of these noodles brands.
Really? They're spicy. That's spicy.
Yeah, buldak is spicy. I don't know how they sit here and do like 4 times spicy. I'm like, if I ate that, my insides would be screaming.
I'll make your ice cream.
Don't
mean, my
really. We're going that way.
We had to add in a little bit
Sorry.
of culture wisp. Calm down, or Leo.
Culture.
Come on.
Biologica.
I can't talk. I can play trumpet.
You can play trumpet?
Yeah, I played it when I was in high school. I can still play it.
What?
I just haven't played. I haven't picked it up in a while.
No way.
Yeah, I was in okay, brain fart. I was in
Were you
middle
marching
school,
band?
7th. Yeah, I'm getting to that. 7th and 8th grade, I played trumpet. In middle school, and in high school, I was in the marching band for all 4
Oh,
years.
that's what's up, bro. I was
Yeah.
at marching band too for all 4 years.
Yeah, it was an experience. We went to certain places like Battle of the Bands for certain schools.
Mhm.
That fun stuff.
Dude, Rolla kept on beating us. Like we always had that one school that would always beat us.
Oh yeah, no. Our school's football team sucked.
Oh yeah, no, our football team was atrocious, but our marching band, dude, like not to my own horn, bro, but our marching band was on top of it.
What did
On
you play
point.
in band?
Me?
Yeah.
I was percussion. So like I did
You
my
just
first 2
slap those
years
little
I did bass
golden
drum.
things together.
What? Wait, what drum?
I was
Because the big bass one, the snare, the tempo.
I think I was bass 3 whenever I first started marching band.
You talk about
And
the
then-
one. Talk about the one you strapped on your
Yeah.
on yourself. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, like that was the first 2 years of high school, I think. And then I think because then I moved schools, and then they were already full with the drum line, so I had to go percussion. So I ended up playing like 3 or 4 instruments every time, which I didn't really mind, you know.
It's good to have the experience.
Yeah.
It is interesting.
Although I did miss the marching. I love the marching.
Yeah, we played like. No, I can't even remember. It was a long time ago. Fuck, I can't because there were pieces of music they would make. It was current pop songs or current rap song, not rap, but hip R&B songs they used to make us play, and I can't remember some of them. Oh, I know one. It's the only one I remember for some reason. It was Soldier Boy.
Oh, no way.
Crank that?
Okay, but that's so yeah. Did you crank that?
No, we ended up doing that on the field. I can remember.
That's what's up.
We were freaking dancing, and I'm like, oh, I'm in my head. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
So wasn't
And on the field today, White Cracker Leo.
Basically.
With percussions, isn't percussions like just slapping those two golden like cymbals together?
That's just symbols.
No, that's just symbols.
Oh, I don't know why.
Percussion
When I heard
can have
percussion,
symbols, yeah.
I was just thinking of those, but yeah, no, I didn't grow up doing any instruments. I would have loved to, but unfortunately, the funding of my school was a little weird. We didn't have any orchestra or anything like that. We did have band, but no orchestra. They didn't get orchestra until literally the year that I left the school. So that was shitty. I would have loved to have learned the violin. But
Always
anyways,
whenever you leave.
it's
Violin was
always
very
whenever
great.
I left with the schooling system that I went up in. It was always whenever I left, they got the shit that I wanted. It made no sense. But then I feel like the band teacher got arrested for domestic violence charges at one point. So I guess it's kind of bad that I didn't. Yeah, it's kind of a good thing I didn't try to mess with her. But I was one of those kids where I was doing chorus. I was singing and all that stuff, and I made an all county chorus, all state chorus. I performed on the Carolina Opry down here. But there's also some ups and downs of that. I participated in a talent show. It didn't go very well. My mom wouldn't let me participate in the talent show unless I did a song that she thought I would thrive in. And for some unknown damn reason, she's like, if I don't approve the song, you're not doing it. And so the song we ended up doing was a song that I did not want to do, but I did it to make my mother happy, and boy, I embarrassed the ever-loving shit out of myself, and that song was Payphone.
No way!
Really?
You sang payphone?
No, wait, it wasn't.
Payphone?
Well, it wasn't. Was it Payphone? No, what was it? Oh no, it was worse than Payphone. It was still Maroon 5. It was worse than Payphone though. It was Stereo Hearts.
Oh God.
And in case you don't know, it's Stereo Hearts. Majority of it's
Oh,
rap.
Gym Class Heroes?
Majority of it's gym class heroes. So we had this little like 12-year-old white short. I mean, I'm white as hell too. This white little female on the stage sitting here like, if I was another dusty record on the shelf, like it was so cringy. Like it was so embarrassing. And I went and I sung it, and then I did it for the talent show, and I was super embarrassed. It was shit. I know I sounded like shit. The only parts I sounded good at were the actual singing parts, which is only like a small percentage of the song, by the way. Obviously, we all know that. But it was even worse. Because then I went into school the next day after the talent show. The talent show mainly had just moms listening. And so I didn't think it was that bad. But anyways, then I went into school the next day. And they're like, all right, guys, they called us in. They're like, we're actually going to run the talent show for the students. And so then I had to perform Stereo Hearts in front of all of the whole school. 7th, 8th, and 6th graders.
Dude.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
I remember
I was so embarrassed.
I ended up having to sing in front of a lot of people too, because we had like the same thing, but I didn't do it for school. It was for a summer camp that I went to back in like 2014. And what's it called? That was actually whenever I learned every word to Radioactive.
Oh,
what a
It's a
song.
great song.
And,
It's a great song.
Because I didn't know, like, I didn't even know the song. Like, because I know it was big back then, but I didn't know it. So
The Imaginary Dragons.
whenever me and this kid that I was friends with, we were like, "Hey, you want to partner for the talent show?" We were like, "Sure, like why not?" And I was like, "What are we gonna do?" He goes, "We're gonna sing Radioactive." And I was like, "What is that?" So I had a day to learn the song. So uh I had the CD, and so I would just sit there with my MP3 player and headphones and just listen to it over and over and over again so that I could listen to it or so that I could like sing it. And he had me only do like the chorus part. I didn't even like end up singing a lot of it. It was just like maybe 15 seconds of the song.
But see, that's not too bad because, like, you had someone you were performing with, and you like weren't doing too much. For me,
But I was
I
standing there so awkwardly.
dude, imagine how I felt. I was sitting there singing a rap song on stage and by myself and sounding like shit because I knew I sounded like shit. I don't get me wrong, I'm a great singer and I'm very comfortable with singing on stage in front of large groups of people. What I'm not comfortable with is rapping a song that I sound dog shit at in front of all my peers in school. That was terrible. Someone has a video of that somewhere. Someone has a video of me rapping
Dude, can
that
you please
shit.
ask your mom if she has it?
No, my mom doesn't have that. That like someone somewhere. This is like phones weren't really prevalent still, so people were like cameras, holding up cameras. Because this is in middle
back in
school. I
my
was like
day.
in 6th grade. But anyways, someone I'm sure someone's mom somewhere has the video because they were recording their kid too, and I'm so embarrassed. But like, I did not redeem myself from that. Let me go ahead and tell you, a lot of people thought I just 100% sounded like shit. I did somewhat redeem myself like the next year because then I did it like an Adele solo for a song that we also performed for the school, and then I performed on the Carolina Opry, which is like a really big thing down here. But yeah, no, I still haven't recovered from that. I can't even. I have the song on my playlist, but I just can't listen to Stereo Hearts. The minute I hear it, I just want to die. I cringe out so bad. It's terrible.
My heart's a stereo.
I can't. It's crazy though. I'm so comfortable with singing in front of people, and I'm very confident in my skills. But Jesus Christ, I will never ever deal with that song again.
Dude,
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, bro. If I had that video, I'd be like, man, who's that Taylor chick? No.
I'm
You
not
should
okay.
sing it
So
at the high school reunion.
Oh, you
I'm
should.
not going to my high school reunion.
Yes.
Would you guys
Why?
like? If no, for real, you guys are actually going to your high school reunion. I don't
Yeah.
want to ever see those people again.
I've never been to mine.
I wouldn't be able to attend one.
No one's ever reached out to me either. So
I got like so. Here's the thing. I got along with everyone. I didn't really have any like enemies. Like I was that kid that knew everyone and got along with everyone because I was born and raised in a small town. So like everyone knows everyone. Like all of our parents know each other. Like I know everyone more or less. But like I don't ever want to see some of those people again. Half of those people are like petty assholes. Like they weren't necessarily petty assholes to me, but I grew up in one of those areas where like if you weren't wearing Abercrombie or if you weren't wearing like Hollister, you weren't carrying I don't know, this brand, like
Louis
you're
Vuitton.
just people are just you're
y'all
considered
know-
poor, like this preppy white country kid shit, and then all these assholes with their squatted trucks. Like I don't want to run into these people again. Like I'm
Speaking
not
of
going to my high school reunion. F those people.
Speaking of brand clothes, do y'all know what South Pole is or used to be? Like the clothing South Pole. I don't know if it's still around. I doubt it. That's all I would wear for some reason. I wasn't even spoiled. It was just my mom wanted me to fit in or whatever the case was, and she just bought me certain clothes.
There's something
I don't
wrong with
even know
like
that- I
brands
don't
of
even- I don't
clothes
even-
though. What I was saying is there's like nothing wrong with like wearing what you like, but for them down here, it wasn't like, oh well, like we like this brand, so we're gonna wear it. No, it's this brand's popular and this brand's quote unquote expensive. It's not really that expensive, or at least isn't anymore. But like it is what it is. But anyways, it was just if you don't wear this, then you're not like one of us, I guess. I like I said, I got along with everyone. I didn't really have that issue, but you could see it in their eyes. Everyone was secretly judging you. It's shit. I hate people. Be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
Everyone was kids. Half of these. What?
I was gonna say indubitably. Sorry.
Indubitably. No, all I was gonna say is it's crazy
Ooh.
because like all these kids that were glowed up in high school, let me go ahead and tell you, a lot of them have glowed down since I last seen them. A lot of them have glowed down.
That's how it works.
Yeah, like some of these people
Well,
that were
mostly.
absolutely stunning in high school, they look like a bag of shit now, to be honest.
Oh, I
And
became a whore. Oh, I went to jail.
like I don't know.
What's wrong with jail?
What? Oh,
What do you mean?
my
What's
bad.
wrong with jail?
No, but I'm not going to my high school reunion. It doesn't sound like anything that's gonna be fun with me. Like it doesn't sound fun to me. I'm surprised it sounds fun to you guys.
Nah,
I know.
I
I'm
never
not
said
getting
it
one.
sounded fun to me.
What did you say, Noah?
I'm not getting one.
What do you mean you're not getting? Were you homeschooled?
The last 2 years, yeah, I did online schooling.
That's dog shit. Would you go if you were
So-
part of one?
No, because I would have been at a CF, and I didn't really know anybody there. If it was, like MB, it would have been fine.
That's
I would've
crazy.
gone
I
if
know
it
more
was MB.
people at CF than you. I probably know more people at all the school systems down here than you.
I don't know. I was in a pretty tight knit pack in Myrtle Beach.
Maybe. I just, like I said, everyone knew everyone down here, so I knew half of the town before everyone and their moms moved down here. But anyways, what were you saying, Jackson?
I was. Never mind.
That was about your
No.
reunion. Why do you want to
You
go
mean
to your
never
reunion?
No, it wasn't like anything to do with the conversation. That's why I stopped it. But no, I think I'd go to my reunion.
Like, what draws
I
you to
knew
want
enough
to
people.
go? Well, yeah, like I know everyone. That doesn't mean I want to go and see them again. Like, what?
Well,
you
no, like
just-
I was friends with a lot of people. Not like a lot, but like a whole handful of people. To the point where if I know that they're at least half of them are going, I'd still go.
See, but knowing the way the school system was down here, like everyone's gonna get an invite, but it's gonna be all the kids who thought they had to glow up in high school that are actually gonna go, and they're gonna sit there and look at each other glowing down. They're all gonna be secretly judging each other. Like I
Like they
can
all
already tell
peaked
you,
in high school.
yeah, all the kids that peaked in high school are probably gonna be the only kids that are actually going to the reunion. I can almost guarantee you that. And they're all gonna sit there and look at each other and all judge each other and secretly just be miserable with how their lives have turned out. Like that's literally all it's gonna be. Like I'm good. I've already listen. I haven't glowed down like half of you, so I'm already content with my life. But yeah, that's.
Well, the thing is, I mean, most high school reunions, I mean, most people see them as they imagine what they would be like because of what like TV or something says. I mean, I don't even know. I've never been to one. I mean, I don't care about that because I mean, for me now, it's been like what I graduated in 2010, 15 years ago. So, I mean, I don't know. People think those aren't really a big deal. But if you have friends or if you're actually reached out to, yeah, sure. But most people aren't reached out to, except those people you were talking about. But that's about it.
I mean, the people that I got along, like, I guess I was closer. Like I said, I knew everyone, but like the people that I actually enjoyed talking to and actively got along with and kept up with, like I still like if I wanted to check in on them and hang out with them, I would just message them privately or they would message me privately, which both has happened. But some of the kids that I'm friends with, like on Facebook, for example, that peaked per se, like I don't want anything to do with them and they don't want anything to do with me. We have all gone our own separate ways and I'm completely fine with that. Like I'm good without ever seeing you guys again.
Indubitably.
Yeah, Facebook's more than enough. I even still half of these people, like I got so tired of like I don't know. I just don't want to deal with anyone that I used to know. So like once the COVID hit and we all were sitting at home being bored as hell during the pandemic, I went in my Facebook and I removed about 300 people and all of them were people that I've known in the past couple of years prior or went to school with. A majority of them are people I went to school with.
Well, the fact that you have 300 people on your Facebook is bonkers to me.
Yeah, I only have
Really?
like 200 now. Oh no, I have
That's
387
that's still
now.
bonkers to me. I have a Facebook. I have 2 people.
Oh.
You have 2?
I don't fucking use it, dude.
I use
Not even
Facebook
like your family
actively.
members?
I mean, yeah, I'm family members, but I had to reset mine like 5 years ago because of an issue, and I never
Yeah.
really went back on it.
I only have 133.
I have
The fact that
387, and literally only a small percentage of those people I went to school with.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of these people are either like
no comment.
parents' friends that I know, or just like close friends, which are a few, and then family, people I knew from school. I'm barely on Facebook. It's just kind of like the same thing with like Instagram. I'm barely on Instagram too.
Yeah, I don't like social media. Ironically, I know that sounds really, really contradictory since we're actively recording a podcast and I actively post on social media, but it's really just YouTube. Other than that, though, like I'll post to Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for my gaming stuff because like that's how you market yourself. But like when it comes down to it, I hate social media. I mean, I hate it with a burning passion. I do not enjoy posting stuff. I don't like being on social media besides just some of the memes. I love memes. That's about it. But like in terms of posting and like getting to know everyone and contact with them and stuff like that, I could care less. I hate social media. Social media is it's ruined a lot of people. And I hate it for that.
Yes.
But it's done a lot of good things too.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could put that you could put that in a lot of categories and subcategories too, because the fact that there's different types of social media. Like if someone says they don't like it, most of the time, from what I've seen, is basically people talking about drama. I mean, that's the most blunt one I can think of. It's just drama because they're just doing their thing. Yeah, they might still be on social media, but they're doing their thing, like posting videos or like music videos or singing or making storytelling videos or whatever you're doing on YouTube or whatever other app you want to post your stuff on. But I think it's mostly just drama when people say that, or it might be the whole damn thing. I mean, it's there's many different ass categories.
So speaking of social media, or just going back into like social media drama and being shitty and stuff like that, and part of the reason why I hate it is I only recently made a Twitter because I keep forgetting Twitter exists or X, whatever you want to call it now. I made a Twitter back in 2021 for my Renegade streaming, once again for my YouTube channel, for my Twitch channel, and I posted a few times to it. I ended up just not really using it just because I never had messed with X anyway. I never really used it as a platform to even watch memes or anything like that. But like they have you subscribe to a few things that you're interested in. I didn't really subscribe to much, but I kid you not, I get notifications to this day from X, and literally every single time I get a notification from X, it's like, this kid died today. This other guy got shot in the parking lot.
That is a
Hey,
lot
this
of what
guy fell down
X is.
like it's literally all of it's just like this person got murdered. This dog got beaten. It's literally nothing good. It's always just notifications of just horrific like incidents happening. I don't know if y'all's feeds like that when Twitter pops up, but that's how mine is.
I think your
Mine-
algorithm's screwed up.
Yeah, I mean, mine is a lot like that too, where it's just like stupid shit like that. So I like spend a lot of time anytime I see stuff like that, I just block it or just put like not interested. It's still pretty bad, but it's a lot more tame now than what it once was.
Just don't use
It's-
X.
I have to though, because it's like I use it for like sports and stuff like that, and keep staying updated when like big things and like stuff like that happen. So when I'm on there, it's like mostly for that reason, or if it's like streaming stuff like that. But other than that, I don't want to. I don't really. I'm not on Twitter for that. Well, I mean, of course, nobody is, but
Well, see, I
It's
don't
just-
I don't use it.
My buddy, he's like on it almost religiously, and he uses it for porn.
That's ridiculous.
No, I mean, see, for me, I don't really touch it, and I really haven't touched it since I first made it. I touched it a few months after, maybe within a year, but like I haven't really messed with it. And so like I wasn't getting notifications for the longest time, but then I went and I made the new Facebook page for Lagging Behind, which has now triggered my phone and all of my stuff for my Renegade page to start sending me these shitty notifications before. And the reason why my algorithm's the way it is because I subscribe to like some local news stations and stuff like that. So it's just telling me the news, but like it's always just dog shit news. It's always like it's nothing good. It's like, hey, yo, the sun's risen today. The
The
weather's
sun's
nice.
out
It's
today.
something like that. It's like, hey, yo, this kid got like I'm good. I don't need to hear that. Thank you, Facebook or Instagram or whatever it's called, X. Thank you. I opened up X one day, and literally like right as I opened it, it was just a dog like getting beaten to death. Like what? Who wants to see that? Why is that allowed to be uploaded?
I don't know.
Why is that?
Honestly,
And it's
why
on
is
For
that?
You section.
I don't get it.
Like,
What did
how
you
is
say,
that
Noah?
for me? What did I do? It's like because it's like all under because there's two different sections. You have like the For You and the following. It's like, and it always pops up in the For You. Is like, how is this for me? How does this tie into me? What did I do to get here to get this on my page?
Well, I think I know why, because like a month before that, I had gotten one of those news stations again. It was someone about abusing animals. It was just like a news article, and I think I read it. Like I clicked on it and read it. Because sometimes they're interesting like enough to draw me in, and I'll click on it because I'm like, what? Where did this kid get shot at? Where do I need to stay away from down here? And anyways, I clicked on that, and then I guess it was like, oh wow, she must really like animals getting like tortured or some shit, and so it went to that too. Like it's just shit. I haven't even looked at my X feed since it got. I haven't looked at my feed since it got balled out by Elon Musk. But I'm looking at it. Hold on, I'm looking at it right now, and all of it's just TikTok and Temu, which is crazy because I don't like either or use either.
Temu's terrible. Temu's absolutely terrible.
It's such a shit app.
Team was like a wish.
Oh well, my feed's TikTok, Temu, and then some kind of protest that's happening in our capital right now. I would assume that has to do with the inauguration being tomorrow, but I don't know.
Why can't we just get along, doggy?
Exactly. Throw up the peace signs in the air. Let's call it a day. World peace. Bow. It's over. It's as simple as that, right?
You wish. No, but
I do wish.
yeah, I feel like X is probably one of the worst when it comes to the platforms.
It's a little more complicated than that.
I would love to be on any social media and not find ridiculous things.
Why can't we all just get along?
Honestly, the only social media platform I thoroughly enjoy and I actively get on more than any other besides, like, obviously Facebook I have to get on for work because part of my work's, like, looped into Facebook, so I have to actively be on it for work. But, like, Instagram's something that I genuinely enjoy getting on, and that's because I get some of the most unhinged, crazy videos you can imagine. I love my Instagram feed. I have built it brick by brick, and I thoroughly love it.
I don't even use it just to look at things. I just look at the things that people send me.
Which is me. I
basically
like blow up a bunch of shit. I sent you like a Marvel Rivals meme earlier about that guy like kicking Star. I sent it to Jackson too. I thought it was hilarious. It was like it fit us perfectly.
I have not seen it yet. Perfectly. But you do be blowing it up though, and which is good because like I know I could sit here and like there's some times where I can go easily like a week without touching it, and then I'd be like I come in and boom, it's like 15 things lined up ready to go. And I'm just like, all right, let's get to it.
You gotta try to watch it at work.
And then you go to the
yeah, I know Jackson watches them at work, so I send them to him in bulk.
You build all the ones I saved up. Go to the toilet. Let's doom scroll.
I mean, it's great. I mean, but to be fair, once again, going back to me hating social media, though, like I sent a lot of videos to. Well, I didn't send a lot. I sent like 3 or 4 videos to each of you guys, but like I hadn't touched Instagram since Wednesday. Like I went quite a few days without even messing with it. Like that's like 5 days ago. Like I'm not on it every day. Since Wednesday.
Wednesday.
But anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. But yeah, if you guys end up enjoying the video, please do like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Wednesday.
Wet day.
Wet day.